We're going to look at a very brief recap of how to add and subtract using decimals and whole numbers. So the first question I want you to look at is 19 plus 1.25. Now when you do a normal sum, for example 32 plus 24, you line up the numbers so that they match up on the right hand side and they're all neat and tidy. Then you add them together. Now this doesn't work for decimals. What you need to do for decimals is you need to be lining up where the decimal point would appear. Now in this instance, 19 doesn't appear to have a decimal point in it, but we know that 19 is a whole number and my decimal point is hiding just after the 9 there. But because we're lazy mathematicians, we don't bother writing it down unless we have to. So when I write out my sum, I'm going to have my 19, I'm going to put my decimal point there to remind me where it is. Then my 1 goes under the 9, 0.25. Now I've got all this empty space above the 2 and the 5, so I'm going to fill it in with zeros. There are no tenths and no hundredths. So I haven't added a value to the 19 at all. I've just expanded on its description. Drawing in my addition sum, I have 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 2 is 2. My decimal point stays in line. All the decimal points should line up in the question and the answer. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 1 plus 1 is 20, so 20.25. On the next slide will be some questions you can have a go at. Copy the questions down, lay them out correctly, and try adding them up. Come back and unpause the video when you're done. So for correct layout, for the first question we would have 3.4 and 4.32, filling in my gap with a 0, and then adding these up we would have a 2, so a 7, my decimal point, and 3 plus 4 is 7 again, so 7.72. For the second question, 6.08 plus 4.2, and again I'm going to add in my placeholder 0 and do my addition. 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 2 is 2, my decimal point stays in line, and 6 plus 4 is 10. The last question, we have 23.1 plus 0.49. I need to add a placeholder 0 above the 9, and then add as normal. 0 plus 9 is 9, 1 plus 4 is 5, 3 plus 0 is 3, and the 2 plus 0 is 2. 23.59. As long as you remember your decimal points must always stay in line, you can't go wrong with these. Finish the video, make up some questions of your own, let me know how you did.